Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at your guys' chart requests from over here inside of the Discord. We're taking them right here from the live request thread. We're going to finish up with all these names here today. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to reopen this thread so you guys will be able to put your requests in for this week. On Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is when we go over your guys' chart requests. I see some really good names in here that you guys are requesting. So we're going to pick up where we left off last Thursday, which was with Plume. So we're going to start here today with INT, IREN, and DRAM. One quick announcement before we do jump into the charts. That 300 XRP giveaway is now live in the Discord. You guys can enter for that 300 XRP giveaway by clicking on this emoji right here in the giveaways tab. The reason we're doing this giveaway is because we hit 300 likes on last Friday's video. And 300 likes means 300 XRP giveaway. We're raising the bar now to 400 likes. If we can get to 400 on a video this week, I will give away 400 XRP once this giveaway is over. But you guys have about 7 days to go ahead and enter for this over here in the giveaways thread. We did a 200 XRP one yesterday. I just sent that off today, actually, 200 XRP. Somebody won that, but I appreciate you guys liking the video. It really helps the channel, helps the algorithm, helps the community. It lets me know you guys are getting value, so go over there. Make sure you guys enter for that giveaway in the giveaways tab in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, click the link in the description or in the comments section, and that will get you in, and you guys can enter over there. So with that being said, before we jump into your guys' chart requests, I just want to point out the fact that HBAR gave a really interesting signal here on our indicator. What that signal is the golden dot. So these golden dots are very, very rare. They rarely ever come around. They come around maybe once every 2 or 3 years. And I zoom out of the chart here. I can zoom out of the chart here, and I can show you guys the last time we got this gold dot here on HBAR was all the way back here in November of 2024. So that was close to 2 years ago when that happened. And that thing went off at around 4 cents. And it ended up going all the way to 40 cents in the matter of 30 days. Okay, that signal came in November of 2024. It topped out at 40 cents in December of 2024, so that was a really big signal. And we just got this signal called out here yesterday. That was called out inside of the Discord. You guys can see yesterday at 5 p.m., HBAR printed the golden dot on the daily chart. So if you guys are following along, we do have a dots and signals tab over here under the trade alerts that tells you how to trade every one of these signals. Okay, and the gold dot just means buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. Again, this gold dot does not come around every single day. It is very rare. It happens maybe every 2 or 3 years. And you could see 2 years ago, we got that signal and this thing went up 10x. So if you would have invested $10,000 down here in November, in the next 30 days, you would have had $100,000. So you're getting the same signal here right now. Again, this is not a day trade. This is a swing trade. All of our trades are for 1 to 6 months out. But I just thought that was a very interesting signal. Another one that gave the signal yesterday was Mega. This is called Mega ETH. You guys can buy this one on Robinhood. I actually have a position on this, but that just gave the same exact signal. This one is very, very new. It just came out here in April, so it's only a couple months old. And very new project backed by the Ethereum founder. And you guys can see the gold dot showing up right there for that and HBAR. Both of those went off yesterday. So I think those are two very interesting crypto plays here to keep your eye on. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into your guys' requests here. Like I said, we're picking up right here at Plume from BMan32. He's requesting INT, IREN, and DRAM. If you guys got chart requests, you guys will be able to get those over here in the Discord after this video. What I'm going to look at first is his first request here for Intel. You guys know I am bearish on Intel. It is one of my only short positions that you guys can see over here. It's getting rejected here on the 9. Again, we got our sell signal back here in May. For those of you that are new to the channel, what we look to do is we look to buy when this blue wave is down here below the white line, given green dots. So we actually bought Intel last year at around $19 or $20. It went all the way up here to $140. So the move, in my opinion, has already happened to the upside, and now it's just profit taking. So that's a really nasty sell-off here today, about down 6%. Again, we wouldn't be looking to buy this name until we got that green dot. So I'm remaining short on Intel. I also have SOXS, which is a semiconductor short ETF. So I am short semiconductors. I know every billionaire right now is telling you to buy them. The reason the billionaires are telling you to buy them is because they want you to buy their bags, right? They want you to buy their their bags, their investments, because again, the smart money, okay, this is our cheat sheet over here in the Discord. Okay, the smart money here, these guys, okay, they can't sell up here unless retail is buying, right? There always has to be a buyer and there always has to be a seller. So the billionaires are buying down here when things sell off and everyone's scared and everyone's panicking and everyone's running away, right? They're buying down in these places. And then when stuff takes off like this is where they want to sell. But again, they can't sell their shares unless you guys are buying. So that's why we never buy up here, because you're just exit liquidity. And I believe everyone buying Intel right now is exit liquidity. And I would not touch Intel here, okay? I would wait for the green dot to come back on the chart. It's still red. As long as the dot is red, we are bearish. So just like how we want to buy when the stock is down here given a green dot, we want to sell when the stock is up here given red dots, okay? You also had a sell signal right there at 40, pulled back, gave you a signal right there at 43, and it went all the way up to 145. Again, our goal is not to time the exact top ever. It's just to get out close, okay? And if you were buying Intel back here with us at 20 bucks, you were very happy. But right now, we're remaining bearish on Intel. Iron, that one has a signal there, so this is another name that's just absolutely ripped. So again, our signal came back here in April of 2025 at $5. This thing went all the way up to 70. So now it's just stuck in this range. I would say I like it as long as it can hold on to $31, but definitely not my favorite stock. It does have a green dot, and they do have earnings coming up, it looks like, next week. So if I was playing this one, I would just make sure it holds on to 30. If it breaks 30, I would look to buy more down here at 23. Okay, but as long as the dot is green, you can remain bullish. You could even move your stop loss up to like 35. You really want to see it probably hold on to that $35 level. And then DRAM, this is the memory ETF. Again, it topped out back here at 80, sold off around 40-50%. Ugly candle to start the week. If you're in this one, I would set a stop loss at around 50 bucks. If it breaks 50, I would sell it. But again, those names like MU, right, like SNDK, okay, all of these names have had massive runs, right? You're way too late to the party if you're buying these names right now, okay? You're way too late to the party, okay? So as a long-term investor, someone who takes swing trades and looks at things over a 1 to 6 month window and not tomorrow's window or next week's window, right? I don't like any of these memory names, and I don't like any of the chip names right now. I think there's some better opportunities in the market. BICO was the next one here from Cracker Crafter. It's an interesting name. BICO, this just looks like a rug pull. I wouldn't touch that one. XRPN. XRPN, the stock. XRPN, acquisition company. I don't know. This looks very weird. Both of these companies look very weird. Again, the wave's way up here. Okay, I don't even know what the heck this thing is doing or what that thing is. I think both those look very weird. I wouldn't touch either of them. Path from Jeff. What's going on, Jeff? So I emptied my position on Path up here at around 1670. I did get out on this red dot here on the daily, somewhere around $16 to $17. I'm looking for this thing to pull back maybe here into like 13, into the EMA ribbons. Again, anytime if you're on the daily chart here, if you get extended off those EMA ribbons like it was here, okay, you see the separation here between those EMA ribbons. You guys see the separation off the 9 EMA here. Okay, we were buying Path down here at $10, $11. Okay, I think I made around 45% on this trade. Okay, look how high up the wave is right now. They got earnings coming up here in September. Again, we want to be buyers down here. Down here is when things are boring, guys. Down here is when things are not exciting. Whenever this wave, this blue wave is up here, we are not looking to take positions. We don't look to take positions when the wave is up here. So if I were to re-enter Path, I'd probably re-enter it around $12.50 to $13. But I would be a seller of this right now. I sold my entire position of Path. Okay, and I called that out over in the Discord there as well. CMG. This is Chipotle, Mexican Grill. So this one has a monthly alert. And again, if you guys are not familiar with our indicators or our trading strategy, sorry, if you guys are new, I do have a free trading course over here. It's completely free. You guys can check that out. That's going to teach you about our trading strategy, which is listed right here. Okay, everything we do here is based on logic, data, and discipline. Logic is our plan. Data is what we see on the charts. And discipline is our ability to stick to the plan. So I go over our trading plan and our strategy inside this free trading course over here. And if you guys like the indicators in these videos that I use, you guys can download my entire trading layout, all the indicators right here under the indicator tab. Okay, that's going to get you access to the red and green dots, the EMA ribbons, Okay, the EMA lines, the Fibonacci tool, everything we go over in that course. That's right over there in the trading indicator tab. Just click this link. It takes a couple of clicks and all these indicators load up right into your trading view account. Back to CMG. This is Chipotle Mexican Grill. They do have a green dot here on the monthly. So again, anytime we get that, we are bullish. Okay, I like CMG. I'd be a buyer of it here above $29. If it breaks 29, I'd sell it. A lot of these food chains are really struggling, but this one's been very choppy lately. That was a good buy right there in June, around 30. Okay, it's up about 10%. It went up to 40. If I was in this position, I'd probably be using a stop loss. I'd use a stop loss at 29 there. TSCO. TSCO, that's Tractor Supply. Nice move there. I know Bobby bought this one in the Discord down here at 30. Nice move off the bottom there. This one looks good. Okay, again, our time to buy was right here in May. That came at $30. You're up 10, 11% so far. I think the monthly alerts pop in here too. I like Tractor Supply a lot here. Okay, I'd be a buyer of this still. Any red days, I'm looking to take a position. If you miss this signal down here at 30, maybe look to buy it right here at 33. I mean, it's sitting right here at 34. I think 33 would be a good buy. I think these guys pay a pretty good dividend, but yeah, we're buyers of Tractor Supply right now. That looks very good. That looks really good. I'm actually going to put that one on the watch list. I think it is on our watch list. Where'd that go? Yeah, I don't know why that one's not on our watch list, but that one looks good. I like Tractor Supply here. Bob says GLXY, Galaxy Digital. So again, that one's red coming down. So if I was in this one, anytime I see a red dot, I need to set a stop loss. Stop loss would be right there at 16. Wing, this is Wing Stop. Coming down. Needs the signal. Okay, needs the signal there on the monthly or the weekly. Okay, this one's getting pounded right now. Okay, I got a signal back here in May, right there around 150, and it failed the breakout. So now it's coming down. So again, if you got in on these signals, you're looking to buy and average down on the next green dot here. I don't even know what these guys' PE ratio is, but I'd be waiting for the signal there on the weekly or the monthly, one of the two. Okay, the monthly probably be the best one to wait for there on Wingstop. We got Ondo, ONDO. That one's down a little bit this month. I still think this one looks good here above 29 cents. Again, signals came back here at around 25. It popped up to 50. That was a 100% move. You saw some profit taken. As long as this one can hold on to 29 cents, I like it. With the red dot, I would use a stop loss at 29 cents. You guys will learn in the course that anytime you see this signal come, you need to use a stop loss, okay? Our stop loss is always at the previous low. The previous low is right here on this red candle back here in June. That's sitting at around 29.5 cents. So our stop loss would be 29 cents because if that breaks, okay, you should be expecting lower lows. So when you see the red dot again, that's a warning sign. Again, as long as the dot is green, we're going up. But as soon as it flips to red, right, that's when we need to either think about taking profits or using risk management. And I think a stop loss at 29 cents right here for Ondo would be a great play. We got WIF or WFI. WFI just been a rug pull. So again, this one's sitting at an all-time low. It has our monthly signals down here. Once again, if something's trading at the lowest price it's ever been, it's probably a good time to buy. What matters is that you know what the project does. You believe in the project. You believe in the long-term growth of the project. Okay, if you believe in this project, you're getting the best price it's ever given you. Okay, and it does have signals down here at the $1,500 range. So we'd be buyers of that name too. And then Plume, we left off on this one. I do have a position on Plume right now. It gave the signal right here at a penny. Gave you another signal here at a penny. It's sitting at a penny, just under a penny and a half. It's been as high as 25 cents. And again, it's sitting at a penny and a half. So if it goes back to 25 cents where it was, okay, you're talking about a 2,000% move from where we're sitting. So I really think the fundamentals of this name look very interesting. I do have a position, and I would be a buyer here of Plume. We got NOK. This is Nokia. That had a nice bounce off the 50 there. I like this one as long as it holds on to 850. As long as it can hold on to 850, that does look like a pretty nasty rejection right there on the 9 EMA. So I would watch to make sure this signal confirms. Again, our time to buy was down here in August. That was at $4. It went all the way up to $18. Sold all the way off from 18 off of our sell signal here in May. That came right there at 16. Sold off to 8. And as long as it can hold on to 840, I like it. So stop loss would be 840 on this one if you're playing it. And it looks very interesting here. Okay, just use a stop loss at 840. TE, that is T1 Energy. Again, the dot is still red, so you'd be looking for the signal here. CCXI, Churchill Capital Corp. A little too new. Again, we don't have a lot of data up here. It's had a huge move off the bottom. I think there's some better names to look at right now. CRML. That's going to be Critical Metals. That one does have the signal, so this one looks good. We would be buyers here. I would put a stop loss somewhere around 450 on that one. We got TMQ, another metals company, also green. So again, we're buyers here. We're buyers at these levels. Okay, nice pullback from 15 down to $5. It's got our signal, so we would be buyers. KMX, CarMax. Wow, that thing sold off really hard down there to 32. It's up nicely, but look, you got a red dot here. So again, you're either taking profits right now, you're selling something, or you're setting a stop loss, I would say, right at $53, $54, $53. But it does have a sell signal. Again, this thing is up almost 100% off of the signal so far. If you bought here or you bought here, you're up very nicely. It hasn't broken over that EMA there yet. What do their earnings look like? How come I can't see their earnings? Did my earnings thing go away? One sec. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. If you guys want to turn on the earnings setting, what you want to do is you want to economic events. Where did it go? Interesting. Alerts, symbol. For some reason I can't see my earnings anymore. Oh, there we go. Weird. Must just be the stock. But KMX, I would be a seller of up here. I'd be taking profits. RDW, that's Redwire Corporation. Again, time to buy was down here. Again, we want to buy when the blue wave is down here below the white line. That just means we've had a really big pullback, okay, and a green dot. That came at $5. It went all the way up to 25. Okay, it's pulled back here. This one looks okay here as long as it can hold on to 11. I'd put a stop loss at $11. Not my favorite setup, though, because it already had a 60% move there off the signal. So I would put a stop loss at 11 if I was in that one. SERV, we've been looking at this one a little bit here. It's a robotics company. That one does have the signal. Still a very new company. It's like a penny stock. It is a penny stock. Any stock under $10 is considered a penny stock. So, yeah, right now the support is $4. So if you want to own this one, if you're long-term on it, you can see right here, he says it's a growth of AI bots for food delivery. And what they do is they deliver food. They actually have a partnership with Uber Eats and DoorDash. And what they do is they deliver food. They're like a robot little machine that delivers food. So they bypass the drivers and they use their little robots to deliver food. So it's an interesting concept. It just has yet to prove that it's going to be profitable. I mean, if you look at their earnings, though, they are growing. Okay, they are growing their earnings, which is interesting. I've actually been looking at this name for a robotics play, so I think it does look interesting down here at 450. And again, if you're using the signal here, if you believe in the company, right, our whole goal here, guys, is to buy great assets at great prices. Okay, just because you're getting a signal and it's a penny stock and it's a crappy company that's not going anywhere doesn't mean you should buy. Again, we want to buy great assets at great prices. Is Serve a great asset? It's too early to tell. Okay, this could be a 10x gainer. It very well could be. But it also could come back down here to $2. So just be prepared for that. If you're going to buy it here at $4.50, I would use a stop loss probably at $4. Okay, and if it breaks down below $4, I would sell it. The risk to reward on this right now actually looks pretty good because you can just set that stop loss at like $3.90. And then if it reverses and goes the other way, doesn't break $3.90, okay, you're going to be in the money. So right now you're risking about 60 cents. Per share if you're using that stop loss at $3.90. But it does have a green dot. Nothing to worry about unless the dot prints red. That red dot will print if that $4 level breaks. I'm gonna limit you guys to 2 per person. Solana and Sui, both are looking good. Any crypto right now, in my opinion, is a buy. Okay, if you're buying crypto right now and you're long term on it, okay, I mean, I think this is probably the best opportunity we've had in 4 years to buy cryptocurrency. So anything you're bullish on, if you're bullish on Sui, if you're bullish on Solana, you should be accumulating it right now. TE, again, we just want to wait for the signal on this one. We got DOW. And again, I'm going to open up this thread, guys, so you guys will be able to put your requests in over here in the Discord. I'm actually going to do that right now. So I'll give you guys a notification. I'm not going to do that during this video, but I'm going to go ahead and turn that on so you guys will be able to put your requests in over here for this week. We will be covering more requests tomorrow and Thursday. And we're just dialed in here, folks. DOW, this one looks good. This was on the watch list from Friday. If you guys missed Friday's watch list, that is available. But DOW, these guys pay an 8% dividend. I think this one looks very good here above 28. It does have our signal from back here at around 29. It's up a little bit since that time, but this had a huge move here last year from August. $21 up to 43. It pulled back to 28 here, and now it's reversing, going the other way. I think this looks good for a breakout to the upside. Again, 8% dividend while you hold it is a pretty good deal. Lululemon continuing to sell off here. Again, that got the signal right here at around 120. It does have a monthly alert here as well, so I would say as long as Lulu can hold on to $100, it looks good. Easy stop loss at $100. These clothing companies are just getting absolutely railed. Like Nike's down to $40. It actually broke down below 40 yesterday, but it looks like it got some of it back today. But these retail companies, I think, are just taking it on the absolute chin. But they're very beat up. I mean, these are the best valuations. I mean, this is bouncing right here at the 2019 low. So Lulu's sitting at a 7-year low, the lowest price in 7 years. Okay, so I do think this one looks good. It looks like a buy from a long-term standpoint. It got the signal. It had a signal right here at 160. It sold off the 120. So if you bought this signal here in December, you should be buying it again right here at 120. I do like Lulu here. Plug, PLUG. This one still looks good too. I bought this one last week. I'm down a little bit on my position, but again, I bought it off this signal. As long as the dot is green, we're bullish. We're not scared of these little sell-offs. Okay, we're just waiting for the red dot now. Okay, we want to sell when the wave's up here. I do think this is an interesting play moving forward because of all the power that these AI data centers and things need. That we're going to have to go to a different source of energy, and these guys are a hydrogen energy company. Trump's even came out and talked about hydrogen energy and fusion energy. That's what these guys do. So I think this is a very interesting play. It's been as high as $80, and it's sitting down here at $2. So I do have a position on Plug, and I am remaining bullish on that. We got NOW. That is ServiceNow getting rejected up here at the what is that? The 50 EMA. Okay, still looking for a red dot on this one. Again, signal came down here at 91. Again, we want to buy when the wave is down here, given green dots. Okay, we don't necessarily want to buy these green dots. We want to buy the ones that are deep down here. Okay, so looking for this one to hang on. As long as this holds on to like 110, I think this still looks very good. Okay, I'm more of a holder in now than I am a buyer here. I do have a position on that as well. We got Lunar, LUNR. Look at that, Tractor Supply giving us that monthly alert. Whoever requested that, that was a good request. Lunar is popping here. That one had a signal last week as well. I like this one as long as it can hold on to $16. That looks good. Looks like it's breaking out. I'm going to actually add that one to my watch list here. Okay, I'd be a buyer of this name here too. Okay, I'd want to buy it probably closer to $14, $15 than up here at 19. So if this one sells off here, okay, down here to 14, 15, I'd probably pick it up. The monthly doesn't look too hot, but you can see it bounced very nicely right there at 12. I'd be looking to buy that one probably closer to 13, 14 bucks. Again, it's already had a pretty nice move. That was a beautiful buy right there into the 4-year. Okay, that 4-year moving average, that blue line we talk about all the time here. Okay, that is our mean. That is our average. How do we know we're getting a fair price for something? We look at the mean. Okay, we look at the average price. That's how you know you're getting a fair price. We're not getting a fair price when it's sitting up off the average. Okay, we want to buy at a fair price or a discounted price, and you can see that tapped 12 perfectly and bounced. So Lunar looks good here. I'd be buying this one on any big major pullbacks here. I'm not too sure what they do. I think they're like a space company. AVNT. Avient, that one's a little too high. Again, signal came down here at 29. It's sitting up here at 46, coming down. Maybe look to buy that one down here at around 38 to 39. Okay, but a little too high, a little too extended off the EMAs. Again, anytime you get that extension, one of our sell strategies is to sell a red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. That red zone is the Fibonacci retracement tool. You guys will learn about that inside the course. But you guys could see we got a sell signal last week on Wednesday right there at 45, and now it is selling off. So I would be taking profits on AVNT here. MP, that is MP Materials Corp. They have the signal as well. Again, looking for red days on this one. I like it as long as it can hold on to that $37 level. Okay, looking for any big pullbacks on that. PFE. PFE's breaking out. Again, where'd the signal come? Down here at around 25. It's up 10%. These guys pay a big dividend too. Huge healthcare company, about $15 billion in revenue a quarter. And it's getting pretty close to the red zone there. So again, I'd want to see a pullback into these EMA ribbons. We don't want to buy it off of those EMA ribbons. Okay. We want to buy when the green dot comes. That came down there at 24.5. Okay. It's sitting up 10, 15% already. You're just looking for the sell signal now, that red dot. We got AVAX. AVAX has just been absolutely annihilated here. In my opinion, this chain is dead. I don't think there's a lot going on this blockchain right now. But if you believe in its recovery, if you believe in the project, it does have a green dot here on the monthly, and it also has one here on the weekly. I would just make sure this one holds on to 550. 550 on the stop loss for AVAX. We got OKLO, another nuclear energy company. So this one's sitting into the 4-year average. I actually like this one here. It's got a green dot sitting down here at the bottom. I like this one as long as it can hold on to 34. This actually looks pretty good. Again, another company that just doesn't make any money, though. These nuclear energy companies, right? They had this huge move last year. This went from $5 all the way to $200. I mean, that is just a stupidly insane move. Again, that signal was called out in 2024 at $5-6. It went all the way to 200. It's pulled back from 200 all the way down here to 40. So if you believe in the company, right, the thing about these nuclear energy companies for me is they don't make any money. They don't make any money, right? They're hardly making any money. Okay, they did just crush their earnings. Okay, they haven't been reporting revenue at all, but they actually just reported revenue for the first time. And it's sitting right here on the mean. So as long as it holds on to 35, I do like OKLO. This might be worth a look here. I'm going to actually do some research on that one. That one actually does look interesting. Might have to do my due diligence. My favorite thing to research projects is ChatGPT. I go to ChatGPT. I say, hey, what do you think about OKLO stock? And it will tell me all the fundamentals, what they do, right? It'll tell me what, it'll even rank it. It'll be like, hey, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. You know, you want to watch for this. You want to be careful of this. I mean, ChatGPT is like our own assistant that does our fundamental analysis for us. So I do think that looks good from a technical standpoint. But again, if you're buying a company that is pre-revenue, that doesn't make any money yet, it hasn't proved itself. Okay, would I have liked to buy it back here at $5? Absolutely. I mean, I would have made 6,000% last year. Okay, but now it's all the way down here to 40. I do like the fact that it's into the EMAs and it does have a signal. It also got a signal right here in April around 50. Yes, it's sitting at 41. Okay, we're not scared of a little drop. So as long as it can hold on to 34, I do like OKLO. AMPX got the signal. You just want to make sure this holds on to that support right there at $8. Okay, but it did get rejected here on the yearly moving average. That's not a very good thing to see there. So definitely watch for the red dot. If you get a red dot, set a stop loss. I'd have a stop loss set if I was in this right now at 840. GILD, again, the only thing that invalidates a green dot here on the weekly is a red dot. So if you get a green dot, then a red dot, okay, you can either short the position or you can just look to buy it again on the next green dot. Again, that is very clear in our trading course and our trading rules. Look to average down if the position declines 20% or more, meaning if you buy something here, like if I bought this signal, which I wouldn't have bought because the wave wasn't down here, but if I would have bought this signal right here at 130, okay, and it dipped all the way down here to, I mean, that was hardly even a dip. Okay, but if it goes down 20% after you buy off a signal, we look to average down, meaning we look to buy more shares. And Gilead's really breaking out here. We actually called this one out a couple weeks ago here in June at around 120. Really nice breakout here. Again, healthcare stocks are doing very, very good right now. Personally, my favorite healthcare stock right now is NVO. This is Novodisk. These guys make Ozempic, that weight loss drug that literally every fat person I know is on right now. But you could see right here, boom, green dot there on the monthly, and it looks like they're actually repurchasing shares. So they're actually buying their own shares back right now after it sold off from 150 down here to 45. So Novo's my favorite healthcare company right now. I think that one looks the best. If I was going to play a healthcare company, I think you're a little late to the party there on Guild. Hopefully you guys bought that when the signal popped back here in June. Okay, again, that came at around 125, 130, and it's already pumping here. Okay, just be looking for the red dot now to sell. Here's some more requests here from Sandy. AVGO. That's Broadcom. So that one has a red dot here on the weekly. I don't like it. Okay, I don't like any of these chip stocks. Okay, chip stocks look awful right now. They look terrible. Okay, not the time to buy. We want to buy when the wave is down here. You bought that right there at 310. It went up to 500. But now Okay, everything's pointing down. It's even got a red dot. I would be very careful with chip stocks here. AIS, again, they're great day trading stocks right now. They're very volatile, but we are swing traders here, guys. We're not day traders. Okay, we're looking to buy at very low prices, kind of like AIS right now. I like this one a lot more off your request, but again, it's a penny stock. So you're buying a penny stock here. So if you're playing this, I would just use a stop loss at 30 cents. And they actually make a decent amount of revenue. But you just want to make sure it holds that support level down there at 30 cents. Again, please limit to 2 per person. I'm just going to be respectful of everybody's time here. We got Dash. This is DoorDash. Get signals. We're coming down here at 160, 170. It's up here at 216 now. So what I'd be looking for is a red dot here on the weekly. My target on this would be anywhere from 260 to 280. Obviously, very good fundamentals, but time to buy was down here, guys, when we're getting our signals. Okay, you can't come in here and ask me if it's too late to buy when it's already ran 40% off the signal. That's just not fair to the strategy, and it's not fair to the indicator, right? Because the indicator told you to buy down here. So now, right, you just want to ride this one out until you see a red dot or until we reach the red zone up here. Again, the last time we got a red dot in the red zone was back here in October. It went from 280 all the way down here to $1.40. So you still got some room on this one. I'd be a holder of this. If I'm going to buy it, I'm probably going to buy it around $200. But if we're talking about a delivery company, I'm going to be a buyer of Grab Holdings here. Grab Holdings is like the Uber Eats of it's like the DoorDash of Southeast Asia. And these guys' earnings look very, very good. You guys can see their reported revenue going up every single month or every single quarter. Okay, that number is increasing. Okay, as time goes on. That's what you want to see in a company. So Grab, I think, looks like the better play over Dash. Daku sign. So again, pay attention to where the wave is. Pay attention to where we got the signal. That came at 44, sitting up here at 60 now. Okay, and again, just grinding its way back up to 74 to 80. Their earnings are growing slowly. They're pretty slow, but they are growing. They are going up. I mean, everything is signed online now. So I wouldn't buy this up here because, again, pay attention to where the wave is. Our time to buy was down here or even right here at around 45. Had a nice move up here to 60. I'd probably be looking to trim a little bit here before earnings. They got earnings in September. So I'd probably take some off the table here before earnings. If you want to gamble on earnings, that's fine. But just know earnings is a very risky thing to hold into depending on what your goal is with the company. Okay, so if I was in this, I'd probably use a stop loss right there at 52. See the daily chart is red. Good time to trim. Microsoft, we'll just take a look at that because I think that's a good name right now. Again, we got our signal right here at 380. Again, no one wants to buy it at 380, but up here at 510 is when everyone's excited. Again, we want to buy when no one else is excited. Again, every time Microsoft has come down into the 4-year moving average, okay, since 2013, it's been a great time to buy. It was a great time to buy here in 2022. Good time to buy last year in 2025. Good time to buy here at 360. Good time to buy right here at in July. Nice move up. You said it, the red. Yeah, so again, you got the red dot in the red zone. Yes, that would have been a good place to take some off, take some profits. I would be trimming some of my Microsoft here. Absolutely. I think this thing's had a massive run. And again, if you got in down here at 370, I mean, you made... I mean, that was a 40% trade. A 40% trade on a stock like Microsoft is very good. So, yeah, I would be trimming a little bit of Microsoft here. SOXS, so this is the only chip stock I would buy because it's shorting chips. So, you guys know I've had a position on this for a while. I'm actually in the red a little bit. I think I'm down like 10% on my position. But, again, I'm remaining short, okay? Where I'm going to sell my SOXS is when it comes back into the white line. You can see how every time that happens, it's time to sell, time to sell, time to sell. We still have a very long way to go. Okay, all the way up there at 800 is the target. Okay, that's a 1,500% move if we make it back there. So, yes, I'm staying long on SOXS simply because Intel, AMD, right, all these names have had a huge move. So, SOXS goes up when AMD and Intel come down. So I'm looking for AMD and all these names to correct back into their 200 moving averages, right? I want to see Intel back here. Once that happens, I will be selling my SOXS. SOXS, when those names are going down, SOXS is going up because it's a bearish ETF, and it is a levered ETF. So you want to be very careful. You want to use risk management. You don't want to go crazy with it, okay? But I am looking to sell this when it comes back here into the white line. I was going to buy that one yesterday too, but I decided not to. I was going to add to the position that I already had, but I decided not to. INTC, that's Intel. Again, we already covered that. I just told you guys we are bearish on Intel. I believe this one is going to correct down here to the $50 range. Okay, as long as the dot is red, we are bearish on the name. CLSK. CLSK, that's Clean Spark, still coming down. Okay, it is into the 4-year average. We just want the signal. That signal came at $9. It popped up to 19 and it's selling back off. Just look for the signal on that. Mara is probably going to be the same thing here. Again, continuing to sell off. We got our sell signals up here at around 15. Got our buy signals down here around 8. Okay, that's a 100% move. Now it's selling off. Looking for the green dot on Mara. I think that one is going to set up very nicely. Both of those are going to set up nicely. We just want to wait for the signal. And again, we do call the signals out over here in the Discord, guys, under the weekly alerts. You're going to want to watch that thread for those. Okay, for the weekly on CLSK and Mara. And again, you guys can get these indicators for yourself under the trading indicator tab, so you don't have to wait for me to get on here and do your chart request for you. But I'm happy to do it, man. I am honored to get on here and answer your guys' questions. Like I said, hopefully you guys are getting value out of this. If you are, smash the like. If we can get this video to 400 likes, I'll give away 400 XRP. If you guys are just joining now, we do have a 300 XRP giveaway going on because we got to 300 likes on Friday's video. Okay, I just sent 200 to somebody today. You guys can see that was sent. Okay, to somebody. This is not a joke. I really give away XRP like every single week. If you guys will like the video, I'm happy to do these giveaways because when you guys like the video, again, it helps the channel, helps us, helps our community. Okay, and I'm happy to give back to the Spartan Army. I freaking love you guys, and I'm glad you guys are here. INTU. We were talking about this for a while. Again, that got the golden dot there on the weekly at 270. It's popping up. This is a hold. Okay, now you're just holding this one until you get the red dot up here. We knew how oversold this was. We knew how overdone it was to the downside. I'm kicking myself for not buying it down here at 250. But I don't know that I'd buy it up here, but I would be looking for major pullbacks. Like if it came back down to 300, I would probably be looking to buy. So after I miss the green dot here on the weekly, something I've been testing out here is going to the 15-minute chart, okay, and looking at these prices down here between the golden zone here on the 15 minutes. So the 15-minute chart is considered an intraday chart, okay, and the macro charts like the monthly and the weekly, okay, as long as we got green dots on these, we're bullish, right? We're bullish over the long term. We're bullish over the next 6 months as long as the dot is green. Okay, so if the dot is green, what you can do is get in here on the 15-minute, and you can look for pullbacks here into the bottom of this golden zone down here. Okay, because this is the bottom of the fib, the bottom of the intraday chart, which right now would be around 320. So if this pulled back to 320, I would probably be looking for a position on INTU. Okay, and again, missed the opportunity here. I was going to pull the trigger, but I didn't. Didn't have a lot of cash at the time, but I just be a holder of this, right? We're just holding this. If you're in the position, I just be waiting for a red dot there on the weekly. Okay, we got a few more names here that we're covering. Again, this thread is now open for you guys. I will put the notification out here in a second so you guys know that we are back in business. And again, we will be covering more of these throughout the week. Amazon, again, it had a really nice move up there to 280. Up there in the red zone, once again, what do we do with a red dot in the red zone? We sell it. Okay, 280, that was your signal to sell right there. Boom, red dot in the red zone. Red dot in the red zone. We want to sell. We want to take profits. It had a really nice move off of its earnings, but now there is some profit taking going on. Again, the time to buy Amazon was right here and right here. That was at 170. This one right here was at 200, popped up to 280, and now you're seeing it kind of start to correct here. I would probably trim some of my Amazon position here. Okay, I'd probably trim some of my Amazon position. Again, the wave is up here. Again, I'm not knocking Amazon as a company, but if I want to buy Amazon, I want to buy it closer to the 4-year. Okay, if you're looking at the 40-year average right now, okay, you're buying it at a 25% premium. That's like going to the gas station today because everything's 25% more expensive. It just doesn't make sense. So I would trim a little bit here just because of the fact we're up here in the red zone. Hopefully you trimmed right here in August when you got that signal. Again, the red dot in the red zone, you guys will learn in that course, is where we want to take profits. Anytime my name is in the red zone, I don't care. I am selling something, whether that's 50% of the position, 25% of the position, 75% of the position, or the entire position. Okay, I want to buy Amazon closer to 200 bucks. Biggest company in the world. I would be trimming that. KLAR, just getting smoked on here. Again, look where the wave is, red dot. We want to wait till that wave pulls back and gives us a green dot. FERMI, Fermi. Okay, looking for the signal on that one. We got XLM and, or I'm sorry, AIFC. Just getting smoked on. Again, another penny stock. So personally, I don't trade penny stocks because, again, I like to buy companies. I like to buy businesses, not just penny stocks. But it is down here at an interesting level. Okay, if you believe in this company, I would just watch 35 cents. Again, this thing was at $10. It's down here at 40 cents. I mean, that thing just got absolutely freaking annihilated. But it is getting signals. It's getting a bunch of signals here. Again, you're buying a penny stock, so use caution. Mara, we already covered. XLM and SUI. XLM needs the signal. Okay, we did get a signal back here in February at this 15-cent price. It did pop up to 30 cents and puked back all the gains. So we're watching this one. We like it over 13 cents. What we're looking for is a green dot. But if you want to buy where the last signal came, which was back here in February at 15 cents, right, you're buying it at the same price. So I know you missed that move, that 1 week move where it went up 100%. But right now it's back down to its support. So looking for the signal there on XLM. We got SUI. SUI needs a signal as well. Okay, again, we're just ranging right now. We're sitting there at 64 cents. This is the same level where the buyers stepped in here last time. Back in 2024, this thing went from 70 cents all the way up here to $5. That was a massive move. Again, everyone was excited about SUI up here, but nobody cares about it down here at 65 cents. I think SUI looks like a great buy at these levels. Cardano, ADA. Okay, another name. Again, just sitting down here in the gutter. Okay, the last time we got this monthly alert on Cardano was back here in 2023. It went from 25 cents up to $1.40, and it sold all the way off down here to around 17. So, again, that signal came 2-3 years ago. Okay, 3 years ago, it went from, again, 25 cents up to 130. So, again, if you're looking at the signal, if you're looking at the chart, if you're looking at the past data, this is a good time to buy Cardano. I personally do not like Cardano. I don't think it's being adopted, and I think the CEO of the company is loose cannon. He says some really weird stuff on Twitter, and it just freaks me out. But to each his own. FIS looks like a buy. It does have a red dot here on the weekly, so if you're using our strategy, you're using a stop loss at $37 there on FIS. FYLX, Fly Exclusive, another penny stock just getting absolutely annihilated. So these penny stocks are gambles, guys. They're gambles. You're investing on fundamentals, not technicals on those. Fermi, we just covered this one. Again, just needs the signal there. We got SPCG. SPCG, that is SpaceX. So don't request the levered ETFs, just request the actual stocks. Again, I think $100 is probably a better spot for SpaceX. As long as this one holds on to those EMA ribbons, so I put a stop loss right there at 125. Again, I don't like it with the wave up here. I would want to buy it down here. So I'd personally be looking for that wave to come back down here and give me a green dot on SpaceX to buy it. I think you're gambling here. Buying it, I think this thing's trading at a crazy evaluation. If you look at their earnings, they're not even reporting their earnings. So, I mean, their revenue is up 92%, as it says. If I'm in SpaceX right now, I'm using a stop loss at 125. We got DSP. DSP. Again, look where the wave is. We want to buy when the wave's down here. Okay, we get our chance to buy our names, guys, like once a year. So you get like once a year to make this happen. Sometimes you get twice a year, like BBAI right here. Okay, again, BBAI has the signal, so that's telling us that, hey, this previous low at 250 is the bottom. Okay, and you can see 240 was the low from back here. So I do like BBAI at these levels. Again, you could be in here on the 15-minute chart, maybe looking to buy it closer to $3. That's only about 5% off. So again, if you believe in this company, I think it looks very good. I think where you use a stop loss is right here at those lows from 2025 at around 230. PPE. Again, I don't like stocks that look like this. I don't like to buy things that look like they're just going down to the right. Right? We want to buy names like, look at Bitcoin. Right? See this chart? It's going up and to the right. Okay? We don't like charts that just go down and to the right. You see Tesla's chart? Okay? Up and to the right. Okay? This means buyers are coming in. This means the company is doing very well. Okay? Ethereum? Okay? Same thing. Up and to the right. Up and to the right. A name like PPE, right? I mean, it's just, it's ugly. It's ugly. So, again, a lot of penny stocks here today, guys. A lot of penny stocks here. that I'm looking at, ACCOMO. I do not see that stock, unless you're talking about this one, which I don't think you are. APP. This actually gave a pretty interesting signal here yesterday. This also gave a golden dot. We talked about that golden dot at the beginning of the video. So 300 looks interesting. It's also sitting right here on the 4-year average. These guys don't make that much money. Obviously, this thing's had a huge run here. If you bought that back in 2022 at $10, congratulations. That was one of the best trades you could have ever made. But right now, we'd just be looking for the signal there on the weekly. BSX, I actually like this one. Okay, we talked about this in Friday's video. This is on the watch list. So again, when you got the weekly signal and you missed it, what can you do? You can get in here to the 15-minute, and you can look to the range down here at the bottom of the intraday chart, maybe around 48. That's where I'd be looking to pick that up. If I get that price, I am going to take a position on this because these guys' earnings look good. Okay, they make $5 billion a quarter. They're a legit company. I like the pullback here. I would remain a buyer of BSX here, and it even has the monthly alert popping here too. This is actually one I want to add to my portfolio. I am watching that one like a hawk. Snapchat. I lost some money on Snapchat this year. Just very disappointed in the company and the CEO. I think he's focused on the wrong things, but it does have a signal down here. I mean, historically, this has been a very good time to buy Snapchat. You can see it hit this level back here in 2018 at $4. It went all the way up here to $80. That was, again, 8 years ago, so keep that in mind. But that is the support level. That is the macro support level, and we are sitting right on top of it. So if you believe in Snapchat's long-term growth, okay, I think this is a really good spot. I always thought these guys were a candidate for a buyout. I always thought maybe Facebook or Microsoft or Google or Amazon could buy them out. I think Amazon would be a great candidate to buy these guys out because they could get involved, right? They have all that. The TikTok shop, I think, does very well with e-commerce. And Snapchat, they haven't even attempted to get into e-commerce. So I think they have a lot of potential, guys. These guys have like 400 million daily active users, meaning 400 million people log onto their app and use their app every single day. So there's utility. They just haven't been able to monetize it because I think the CEO, he doesn't have a brain. He's trying to make these spectacle goggles that nobody cares about or nobody has said that they want, instead of focusing on actually making his company, a social media company. He wants to be a hardware company. So I ended up selling my position for a loss, unfortunately, after they sold off that news. But I am tempted to get back into this. I am tempted to get back into Snapchat. And again, the big catalyst would be that they get bought out, that somebody comes in, somebody buys their company. I think they'd be a great candidate for a buyout. So I do like Snapchat. Honestly, I might be looking to re-enter that this week. And you can see here on the 15-minute chart that this is actually down here into that lower 15-minute zone there. So this would be a good intraday place to buy. I think $5, again, as you could see from the support from back here in 2019, right? That's where we bounced. We're bouncing right where we bounced. Okay, and it went all the way up to 80. So I might look to re-enter Snapchat, a small position on that here this week. Let's take a look here at CRM. CRM also has the weekly here from July. That came at 160. Nice move up. We just be looking for the red dot. They also have earnings coming up next week, so pay attention to that. CRM's a huge company, and I like this one as long as it can hold on to that $65 level. Stop loss at 65 if you're in that. OLLI, this is Ollie Bargain Market. That thing's selling off pretty hard here. It's got the green dot there at around 70. The monthly doesn't have one yet, but looks like the bottom's in right there at 60. As long as it can hold on to 60, I like it. Not sure what these guys do. I've never been to a store, but their earnings are pretty flat. BE, Bloom Energy. Okay, I'm short this name as well. Again, this is where everyone's talking about this name after it already went up 2,000%. That signal came in May of 2025. Again, our opportunity to buy, guys, comes once a year. Once a year. Okay, down here, you see that? Boom, $9. May of 2025, $16. Thing went to $360. Okay, so anyone looking to buy now after a 2,000% move to the upside is just too late to the party. I want to buy closer to the 4-year average. You see how it bounced on the 4-year average back here at 17? That's where I want to buy, folks. So we'd be looking to buy this one right there around 80. Okay, I'd be a seller. I would have sold my position right here in May, right there around 300. Okay, it's already down 30%. So look for the signal there on BE. We got NBIS, Nebulous. Also, again, looks like a double top. Again, already had a massive move. We want to buy closer to that EMA. Okay, we want to buy when the wave's down here. You bought this one back here at $20. Again, that's over 1,000% move. ONDS. ONDS still looks good. That dot is still green. I still like this one above $6. Okay, again, I'd be in here on the 15-minute. Looks like it's in its zone. Okay, you could use a stop loss right there at 850. SoFi. Oops. SoFi coming down here today, but again, just ranging right now. Just chop, 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 chop. I do have a position on this. I like it as long as it can hold on to that $15 level. Anything above 15, I think right now is a buy for SoFi. We're targeting up here between 28 and 32. Again, a red dot in the red zone is where we want to sell. That came at $30. It sold all the way off to 15. Okay, I think this looks very good. You could put a stop loss right there at 14.80 if you're in the position. CEG also just doesn't look good. I know it has a signal down there, but it's getting rejected right there. Again, this is very choppy right now. So I'd like to buy it closer to 200 personally. That's about a 30% drop from where we're sitting. Again, I don't know too much about these energy companies, but above, if you want to use a stop loss, use it around 225. WLK, this one was on the watch list from Friday as well. I like this one a lot. Okay, so this one has the green dots down here. Chemical company, again, we got the signal down here at 64. It went all the way up to 120, sold back off down here to 70. I think this one looks very good there above 65. Genie. Okay, look where the wave is. So we'd probably be taking some profits on this. Again, signal came, well, that came right there around 5. It ended up selling off down here to 3, popped up to 8. Again, another penny stock here. I guess they make a decent amount of money. But up above 650, I still like it. Put the stop loss at 650 if you're in that, looking for the red dot. I'd probably trim some here. Full target would be up there between 11 and 13 there on Genie. ETH calls for 2027, ETHA calls. So I don't know what your strike is, but the reason the calls, if you're in the calls, I bought calls on this for 2027 as well. It's just very choppy, right? When you buy options and the stock goes sideways, those options lose value because again, you're buying those options with a time decay. So the bad thing about options is they are limited to time, right? If you just bought ETH's stock, okay, there would be no time delay. There would be no time decay. You could wait as long as you want, but with options, okay, the reason there's so much risk to them is because there's that time decay. And when something goes sideways like this, that ruins those names. So I'm not giving up on my ETH options. I'm going to give it another month or two to see if we actually do break out. I do believe a breakout is coming here for ETH probably in September. Okay, because it's just done nothing. It's done nothing since February. I mean, we called the bottom right there in February at 1,700. Okay, it had a nice little move up. It did break below it for a couple weeks, but it reclaimed that bottom. So again, we've gone nowhere. Crypto has gone nowhere. Everyone's panicking about crypto. Everyone's bored with crypto. Okay, that was just like right when Intel was down here. No one was talking about Intel at $20. Now everyone wants to ask about Intel. Okay, Intel's already had a huge move. So I think crypto is in this stage right now. Right? We're in this stage where we're just going sideways. We're not doing anything. It's boring. No one's talking about it. Okay? And when this happens, everyone's going to be asking about it again. Everyone's going to be hyped up. So here at Overkill Trading, we want to buy when it's quiet. Right? That's why they call it the stealth phase, because it's just going sideways. So I love any crypto right now. If you're in crypto, I think it's the greatest time in 4 years to be buying some of these names, to be buying any crypto with real utility. So if you guys want to check out my portfolio, I actually went over all the crypto and stocks that I own yesterday. I go over here to the latest tab. This was dropped yesterday at 355. Just click on this link right here. You guys can look at my portfolio and what I'm holding. But that's it for the chart requests. We just got through all of those. So I'm going to put out a notification over here in the Discord. I'll do that right now. I will just say chart requests are open. Okay. Please limit to 1 to 2 per person and tune into YouTube this week for live coverage. Okay, so our Spartans over there just got that. So those requests will start to come in here. And we will be taking those tomorrow and Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and mark off where we left off here today. we just finished here with ISA. So hopefully you guys got some value out of this. Again, 400 likes on the video. I will be doing a 400 XRP giveaway if you guys are not entered into the 300 XRP giveaway. That just went live today about an hour ago. So make sure you guys go over there and enter for that. One person will win 300 XRP. That giveaway is going to be here in 7 days. So make sure you guys get your requests in for tomorrow and Thursday. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this. God bless you all, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.